Today's episode focuses on two artist books created for Science Stories, an art show at the University of Puget Sound, Tacoma, Washington. Science Stories features collaborative works between book artists and scientists. The pieces I've chosen are Castor and Sapient by Shu-Ju Wang and Connections, The Willow and the Mountain by Mari Eckstein Gower. Both books are about resilience and recovery. Shu-Ju Wang's Castor and Sapient begins engagingly and humorously. A louse in my lady's beaver cloak. I want to know more. What Wang gives us is a tale entwining the history of beavers, rodents of the castor genus, and humans. Wang follows the hunt all the way to Portland, Oregon, where she now lives. The city of Portland was once called Stumptown, so named for the decimation of forests when economic trends replaced beaver trapping with logging. For Wang, the history of rodents and waterways became personal when she encountered irrigation problems in her own front yard. Wang has devoted many years transforming her once suburban lawn into a haven for native flora and fauna under some of the oldest trees in the area. The culprit of the problem was a rat, a much smaller member of the rodent family than the beaver. We learn that while investigating and rebuilding the irrigation in her yard, Wang was learning about beavers and how they can begin to turn a failing ecosystem around in months. She explains how beavers and their habitats are instrumental in this era of climate change in so many ways. The last text page in the book reads, "Let us say to the beavers, you belong here in our midst." And I have to show you that down the back side of the accordion, she's printed and collaged this beautiful beaver dam. It's the last image page in the book I find the most compelling. Using a combination of layered printing techniques, Wang's created a constellation of castor and sapient, beaver and human. I see it as a positive destiny Wang envisions for our species, because when I looked up the word sapient, I learned it means wise. We can do this, Wang tells us, if we will learn from beaver. Mari Eckstein Gower has been honing her craft for a long time. She has a Master of Arts degree and has worked across many platforms and mediums. Eckstein Gower's artist book, Connections, The Willow and the Mountain, is about the new ecosystems formed on Mount St. Helens since its 1980 eruption. Her science advisor was stream ecologist Carri LeRoy, PhD, a faculty member at the Evergreen State College, Olympia. The book is divided into a before and after. Before the eruption, it's all heat and magma bubbling under the surface. The pages are colorful and fact-filled. What I love about Eckstein Gower's work is how she renders habitat and movement in overlapping shapes and light, clear colors. She brings small details into focus and clearly illustrates the environment with feeling. She features the willow, which is also a focus of LeRoy's scientific study of newly forming ecosystems on Mount St. Helens. Eckstein Gower began with the willow, but learned so much more about how watersheds are born and the flora and fauna that follow. The post-eruption pumice plains of Mount St. Helens come to life, page after page. Handmade papers by Marilyn Horner are a unique part of this book. Eckstein Gower and Horner work closely to evolve the concepts for the papers. They serve as another kind of illustration, restful, soft, and tactile, a counterpoint to the actively illustrated, digitally printed pages and scientific data. Connections, The Willow and the Mountain, is dense and rich. It's both a beautiful picture book and a well-informed exploration into the evolving habitats on Mount St. Helens. Divided into before and after, it can be one book or two, connected in the middle. The structure wants you to think about how all things are connected, just as the content does. Shu-Ju Wang's Castor and Sapient and Mari Eckstein Gower's Connections, the Willow and the Mountain, weave together art and science, elegantly illuminating science for any audience.